No.
Hi, I am Nicole McGann, resident and real estate agent in South Jersey. I'm here with Lars this afternoon, and we are at the Barclay Farmstead. He is the planter, grower, caretaker of the apple orchard at the farmstead, and he is going to tell me about its history, what he does to help the trees grow, what you can do to help them stay growing and not, get hurt.
Yes.
Yeah. So, Lars, can you tell me how this all began?
Oh, this was an orchard that was planted to be in line with the farmstead, and they selected two varieties that are fall apples, and they're very aromatic, very tasty, and oftentimes bear a lot of fruit. So it was plenty, but there was a hole in the orchard. And the hole was because some of these trees had given up. And I thought it would be nice to fill in these holes. So we now have some young trees among the older trees. And I hope they will bear fruit. I started on it 10 years ago, and I planted the last one 2 years ago. And I hope it will be of some use to the community to have these heritage apples. Most of them came from Maine, and I planted them in April. They came here bare root.
What do you do? What do you do to care for them?
They now need selective trimming,
Okay.
so that they are not too tight in the crown.
Okay.
And I understand the Friends of the Farmstead are hiring an arborist to do the trimming professionally.
Okay. Were you getting on a ladder and trimming them yourself?
I did, but now some of them are a bit out of reach.
Yeah.
I did for a few years, yes.
So what can folks that live here in Barclay do to help you maintain their health? And
I would say enjoy the apples from the old trees. They ripen in August or early September. And the newly planted trees, most of them the apples mature only in October. So leave them alone at least until the end of September, if you can help it.
So hands off the young trees until September. Okay. So what kind of varieties do we have here?
Well, these are varieties that were in cultivation in northeastern United States, and some of them go back to the 1600s.
Wow.
So these are art apples, not commercially available, most of them. I think they're unusual, so I hope they will be of interest to the community.
So I have 2 apple trees at home, and no matter what I do, I can't seem to. How do I keep the animals by the time they would be ripe, there's none left because all of the apples are eaten by squirrels and raccoons.
The squirrels are. You can hope that there's an overabundance of apples and that you can get the surplus.
Okay.
That the squirrels don't want. But otherwise, try to diminish the number of
Squirrels?
Well, you can do this. There are traps,
Uh-huh.
live traps for squirrels. And then the question is, will you release them? Don't bring them here.
That feels like a fool's errand, trying to catch all the squirrels.
Well, it takes a few weeks.
Oh, okay, just a few weeks. So my son had made a spray. It was like dish soap and hot peppers blended together with water, and we sprayed the apples, and it seemed to, I mean, you have to do it every time it rains. It seemed to act as a repellent, but I don't know if that was just our imagination.
No, I think that is a good recipe.
Yeah?
It's only a part of something to reach all these apples
Yes.
in the tree.
Well, these are bigger trees than mine. Mine's like that size over there, like those over there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're lucky in a way that they are already bare apples.
What do you mean, bare?
Well, the orchard that grew these apple trees, they say it takes 5 to 10 years before the apple trees begin to bear fruit.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And the other thing, the one tree is almost twice as big as the other tree, and we planted them at the same time.
Okay.
So any ideas on what happened there?
Well, it's probably 2 different varieties. Or are they the same?
They're supposed to be the same one. It's a little windy here today at the orchard.
Are they the same variety?
Yeah, they're supposed to be the same variety.
Well, come a bit closer. Okay. I can get.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
I should get a face mask too. I have one in the car.
You're okay. Varieties. They're the same.
The same variety, and they were the same age.
Yeah.
Well, maybe one of them is growing on a compost heap, on a former compost heap,
Yeah.
and the other one is kind of.
The dog did like to use that area more,
Uh,
so maybe that's it.
somehow, one of them gets more nutrients.
Okay. So do you have to fertilize these or water
No.
them now?
Water them in the summer when there's a drought. The young ones,
Yeah.
I still water.
Okay.
But these here, they are established.
So how do you know when they need to be thinned out? Like those look pretty.
Yeah.
So would you thin that out if you could get up there?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
The commercial arborist had a contraption that was like a C, an X,
Yeah.
and it would lift the basket up, and people could actually work up there.
Okay. Is there anything else you would like to share about the orchard? Your time here? This is Lars has been at this for a decade now.
Yes.
Yeah. Since he moved to Barclay.
Well, it's a nice place. Come out and enjoy it, especially when the weather is good. It's part of nature that is preserved here.
Well, thanks to you.
Well, I'm helping a little bit.
Except planting them all, caring
Yeah.
for them. Yes. Well, thank you for joining me today.
Oh, surely, you're welcome.
Telling me all about the orchard.
Well, I think it's nice to have this.
It is.
So I wish everybody an enjoyable winter, even though it will likely snow. And then when spring comes, come out here again and enjoy the outdoors.
Okay. All right. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.
You can watch this at LoveSouthJersey.com on the Barclay page. You can see it on at LoveSouthJersey on Instagram and Facebook. Thanks so much.